Hey, sweetie, how you doing? So to continue from the WhatsApp um, message, and hi everyone, whoever watches this. This is a message. Zaidi boy here, aka a rational Muslim. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. This is just personal stuff I like sharing with my subscribers, I suppose, or anyone who finds this. I encourage anyone and everyone, just like Gary Vaynerchuk, one of my mentors. We follow each other on Twitter, and he's like, for the last 10 years, he's changed my life as far as I'm concerned, like my mindset more than anything else. He's basically the spiritual businessman, Gary Vaynerchuk, right? And he says that you should start a podcast on anchor.fm, right? And so I have started a new podcast. I have a podcast on anchor.fm called Self Help Sucks that I started a couple of years ago, actually, just as an experiment, marketing experiment. And, this channel is a marketing experiment. Once again, I appreciate you watching. Guys, I encourage you to get a Chromebook again on a side note. Do. I'm trying to make this video more interesting, eh? Do. So you can see it's instant on. It has like 6 to 8 hours of battery life. I don't know why I keep selling and reselling this. I do it because this Chromebook has been so it has increased my productivity so much. It's 10x my productivity, and it's only $200 basically. Like if you get it new, it's like $300. If you get it used, it's like $200. Or like I get these for $150. I have like some guys. So anyway, I'm rambling. I wanted to make a message to my wife, and in any case, I might as well just explain to everyone what's going on. Like my brother and sisters may watch it. My brothers and sister may watch this video. Some people in Pakistan may watch it. Maybe not. And as well, I use these videos to help organize my thoughts. As well, I want to have a cigar. As well, I have 17% battery life on this goddamn phone. As well, this is a Android phone. So this is my doghouse. Pew. Isn't that a cool light effect? I love stuff like this. I mean, this is a great shot right here. Like, in terms of movie making, it's a great shot. And I was gonna mention this before, and I must say, I was gonna say, well, you've got three cameras. I still can't figure that out because this is the forward-facing camera, and the depth of perception, like the picture, it's not as good as an iPhone. iPhone has like depth of perception that is like unreal. And what I mean by this is like the picture, it's almost like approaching a 3D kind of thing when like you go to a movie and you'll see 3D glasses and stuff like that. Anyway, so this is my doghouse. So my beautiful wife has an apartment downtown Toronto, sweetie. I hope you don't mind me talking about this. And I came out here this banner over here has the name of Imam Hussein, the grandson of Prophet Muhammad, the king of martyrs, um, after whom I'm named. My name's Hussein. So anyway, yeah, I want to have a cigar, guys, and I'll have one of I'll have a cigarillo instead. If I can find my lighter, guys, I've been like losing bank cards. I've been losing lighters. Uh, oh God, there you go. So that's the camera flipping. So going back to the phone thing, right? So I mean, you can make money on your phone. You should create content. I mean, this whole thing is a big discussion, but it's something like this. You have a lot of thoughts inside of you, and the thoughts create emotions, or do the emotions create thoughts? This is something I haven't been able to figure out for 20, 30 years, thinking about it. Like, I watch Jordan Peterson videos on YouTube. He's a neuroscientist. I read Sam Harris, like he's an atheist, right? I've read some of his stuff. I watched some of his videos. I fucked around with him on Twitter, right? He's a neuroscientist, like stuff like that. So I study eh, like I have certain questions in life, like pertaining to my like. It's hard to talk about. Like I have questions that interest me, many of them, and as I grow older, like there's more questions. One of the things I want to say is like is that it's important to keep reminding yourself, right? So the Chromebook, like basically I'll charge it, guys. Like, so this is like the laptop lifestyle. I'm trying, like, like my version of it is that I get a Chromebook. I have this Chromebook, and this has allowed me to 10x my productivity. And my friend and mentor, ex client and friend and mentor, Steve Scott. Okay, so he taught me a bunch of stuff. Like, he basically hung with me for like 2 years, like online, offline, and we lived together briefly in Vancouver. Um, Among other things, he said the following, which I encourage you to think about. He said, do video calls. Do video calls. Like with these videos, like I'm very happy with how I appear on camera now because I have more of a professional uh, mode of presenting things. Anyway, so I moved to this doghouse over here. This is the city of Markham. So this is like 9 Norman Ross Parkway. Okay, so I got my lighter and do I have a smoke? Do. And so yeah, on this phone, the camera flips. So this is pretty exciting, right? So yeah, I'm just like, this is some of my stuff. There's some art down there. Okay, got a couple of roommates. Really nice guy from India called Kishan. Works at TD Bank. Favorite bank, right? Not really. So this is the guy in here is another roommate. Sohail, very nice guy. Anyway, well, like they're cool. They're cool. Like the main thing with the roommates is that, like, if you can basically just come to some kind of understanding. Okay, so we're still recording. It's going dark, still recording. Like, okay, there we go. Light should come on now. The problem that we're gonna face right now is that I gotta go outside, right? Like, they think I'm crazy, right? Because I might as well show you. Okay, so yeah, this video, I suppose, now has a purpose. Because I've done some incredible, like, art out here. So this is our street. Alright, so this is Norman Ross, right? Norman Ross Drive. Norman Ross Drive in good old Markham. So check this out. So basically this whole thing started with me wearing like I seen this. They have a 2-year-old, basically something like this. Chinese, beautiful Chinese family. I talked to the guy and he's so nice and like we get along really well, right? And they know that I care about kids. And then there's a baby over here. So I seen this baby one time run out onto the, well, he didn't run out onto the street. And I personally, Malcolm Gladwell says something like this. He's like, well, oh wow, I can increase the brightness there. I'm trying to adjust the thing. So yeah, I'm still exploring with this phone. I have an iPhone 6 in the shop. I've been shooting videos with that thing too. So this whole thing, like, I can't really show you. I wish I had some lighting. Like, there's this table I was using, and it's a throwaway now, and it says Sigmund Freud is a fascist. And then there's this. It's funny. It's like interesting. I wanted to say this earlier in a different video. So I got stuff set up here. I've got a bike like set up here. I've got like it's interesting. Like this thing, I'm so proud of and so happy with. It's called an installation, and I learned this in Toronto. So like I've seen literally people walking their babies, and like I've been coming in and out all day, like working on this stuff in between other stuff. Like I exercise in the yard, and in the side yard, like side of the house, whatever. And then I'll be reading or listening to music or various things like this. And then, like, the thing with this is that each detail, it looks like it's totally nonsense. It's total shit. But the thing with this thing is that it looks like that somebody put a lot of detail into this thing. Like if you look at some of this stuff closely, like let me just, so oh yeah, there we go. This is much, oh there we go. Now I get it. So this is the 3 cameras. Okay, now I get it, guys. Oh, isn't that better? So this is the 3 cameras. Now I get it. So the 3 cameras, these are the back cameras. Okay? Like, okay, so check out the difference in the lighting. So you can see all of that right now. Reverse the camera. If I reverse the camera, and I can pull this in, and it's nothing like just the camera, and it's bang. So check this out. Like, so this looks like a homeless encampment, right? Basically, because I mean, I lived on the street, and basically, if you're just sitting around all day, like, and you're walking, like, this is like where you live, then you tidy it up and you organize it, and because you're, I mean, it's okay. So like, it appears to be, it appears to be nonsensical, but to the person who's doing it, it's symbolic. There's stuff going on, like so this thing, like, okay, so all of this is more or less symbolic. So my wife is a Christian. Okay, so it's like Christians, I tell my wife all the time, like, why do you have God's name on the floor? So, and now this is pinned in there with like a paintbrush. Like, everyone knows that I'm a painter, and the in the paintbrush on the top there's a leaf, and it's attached to this thing, which is attached. So this thing then, so it's all attached, and this is like half of a painting, the other half of which is over here, right? So like this gets like it's like a lot of thought went into this, right? And then there's a guy over here with a paintbrush coming out of his head. This thing says Sigmund Freud is a fascist, right? And then this is like, this is funny because this is like, it says massage. And as soon as someone sees massage, I was biking around, like I bike around the neighborhood, like ever increasing circles kind of thing, or different. Like, I like exploring. Like today, I just thought to myself that, like, I want to add, like, I got 5 things that I try and do every day that I preach, like, religiously. So exercise, pray slash meditate, read slash write, okay, and then you know what? Oh yes, art. Okay, art, which could come under right, but art for me is like stuff like this, right? So like yes, and then there's explore. Okay, so today I basically was, guys, you need to have a practice of finding, seek solitude. Okay, let's just put it this way: seek solitude every day. So again, there's 2 kinds of solitude. There's relative solitude, there's absolute solitude, and relative solitude. So absolute solitude is when, of course, you go off into nature. This is great. This is what I recommend you guys. For a person like me, I live and die by that. Like, I need solitude. Like, I've had so many issues over the last 10 years. Ever since I was diagnosed bipolar, I was given lithium, the big pharma drug. There's a Kurt Cobain song, like Nirvana song, like Rest in Peace, ex Nirvana vocalist, okay? I don't know why they haven't, like Dave Grohl from Nirvana, like the bassist slash drummer, or whatever he is, he bassist, or I think, now he's a guitarist and the frontman for Foo Fighters. So I like, at sign Nirvana is still around on Twitter, and I copy it all the time, right? And it's like, the Doors like found some guy who basically was a reincarnation of Jim Morrison, and I'm sure there's like thousands of people who could fit that role potentially for Nirvana. Total side note. In any case, guys, I've had issues like with lithium. Like, my story, my position is that big pharmaceutical drugs have ruined my mind, ruined my life. I've lost my sense of being. I'm like just basically a basket case. These people here have been so beautiful, like my neighbors. Like, I've been crazy, like, in, from a normal perspective. Like, I've gotten a lot done over the last couple of months. Like, I wanted to tell my wife that, like, so all of these things are symbolic. I was going to explain all of this. I don't really have time for any of this. And the same here. And the main thing is to slow people down, and it's working. It's slowing people down as they come around the bend. Now, that was one thing. Second thing is that I've had all kinds of like missed like hits with the like with making money, basically. Like, so I'm unemployable. I have a security guard license. which is expired, granted, and I can't really, like, I have a digital license. I got it, like, I would have ordered a new, like, physical license because I always lose everything, right? Because I get baked, even though I'm bipolar. Like, it's an ongoing thing. Like, I'm writing the book. If you're interested, bit.ly / everyone is bipolar, capital first letter and then hyphens. I'll try and include the link in here. Anyway, I gotta go. I'm rambling, but sweetie, over the last 2 months, I've had three forklift operator jobs at different staffing companies that they promised to me, that I think I mentioned to you, that came and went. They didn't go through. I've had three clients: Pam Tyson, Steve Scott, Xavier Ponte, came and went. Like, Steve and Pam paid me, but like Steve owes me money, and it's like, it's been like feast or famine. This is consulting, so like, I got bills to pay and expenses and things I do, and like people I send money to and stuff like going on, like with my cousins in Pakistan and different people like all over the place, right? So, but what I'm trying to say is that um, I have like, the way I see it is like, so yes, I wanted to add explore to these five, like, five things, 4 or 5 things. So every day you should exercise, every day you should read or write, read and or write, right? Every day you should meditate / pray. Every day you should have an art, and every day you should seek solitude / explore. Like, really, like, you will find yourself when you lose yourself, like the Soulfly song. Okay, and now solitude is when you will find, like, when you are you cannot be. Listen, guys, there's this thing in physics, quantum physics, called the Heisenberg principle, something like this. It's one of the foundational things in quantum physics, whereby the observer of any phenomenon affects that phenomenon. And this comes into like all kinds of things. I'm not a quantum theorist or scientist or anything like that. Okay, so now, guys, yeah, like, I've lost the train of thought completely. I gotta go. I gotta go. Like, so, yeah, it's really like another thing. Like, I keep deleting WhatsApp because I keep waiting for your messages. I keep waiting for you to read my messages. I keep trying to call you, and it's heartbreaking. And so I keep deleting WhatsApp. And I had someone on WhatsApp. I just send random messages to people, and there's someone I sent a message to. I don't even know who he is. And the guy's in Moscow somewhere, and he wants me to work on his website and do his search engine optimization and Google Maps. And I already quoted a price, like the message for my friend. Remember, I said $500, I'll do your website and SEO, and $500 I'll do your GMB. And that's like whatever, like, it's shit, like, it's like nothing. But it's, I mean, whatever. Like, what I'm trying to do is, I try to, like, I don't really have to work, not really, like, but I get into a lot of trouble if I'm not busy, right? So, on the other hand, like with clients, it's the same as bosses, I've found. Like, it's very hard to find, and I haven't yet. Like, I may have, like, I've got so many, like, I've got realtors I've worked with, and many of them, like, I got a bunch of those who love me, and it's just like trying to find the right project, right? I don't know what to, I like, basically, it's something like this. I consider myself an expert in sales, more or less. And in order to stay an expert, I need to be a sales guy. This is what I've realized over the last couple of months, among other things. And so, yeah, sweetie. So I deleted WhatsApp, and I lost that guy's message. Like, the message is there. I don't even know who it is. And so I'm still struggling. I may just go and find a warehouse job at this point, just to get started and do something, because I need a schedule. Because, like, right now it's like 12 o'clock at night, and I've already slept, and I drank plenty of coffee, and I have no plans to sleep, right? So when I don't have a job or a client who I'm working with regularly, or have regular calls with, or something, like, it's like, I don't know, I just feel like I'm freewheeling. So that's what's going on, sweetie. I don't know, like, what to say. Like, this whole message, I guess it was an introduction to my art that didn't really work out. I talked about lots of various things. And guys, I encourage you to start a YouTube channel. Just like Gary Vee says you should start podcast, I personally think that should be YouTube channel, because the benefits of learning how to talk into a camera are so overwhelming that it's like this. Like, if you can learn how to talk into a camera, you can talk to anyone. And this is what I think. I really think this is the case. It's like when you first start talking to a camera, you're so self-conscious. It's taken me fucking years to get to a point where I realized, I got to look at a camera, and then later I realized, um, well, I mean, it's you get to a point where you're comfortable. I've done this hundreds and like at least 1,000 times, if not thousands, like hundreds of times. Like if you go to my original Zaidiboy channel, Zaidiboy, you can Google me, youtube.com/Zaidiboy, facebook.com/Zaidiboy, linkedin.com/in/Zaidiboy, this kind of thing. Or just Google Zaidiboy, Zaidi. Zaidi is a Paki name. Anyway, so I don't see any of the comments on that YouTube channel, youtube.com/Zaidiboy. But there's a lot more stuff like this on there if you're interested. Thanks for watching. And what I was going to say is that it's so cool to get to a point where you're comfortable talking to a camera. Like, I literally feel like super invincible right now. And it's not just that I'm bipolar, manic, or whatever, right? Anyway, so yeah, that's about it. I think that's it for now. So thank you for watching. It's all about the kids. Okay, call your mom every day. Okay, be nice to people, say nice things. Okay, you may not believe in God, but do you believe in yourself? Or I'm thinking like that, I've been using the tagline forever, like for years now, like, you don't believe in God, but do you believe in yourself? And now I was thinking recently, you don't believe in God, but do you believe in no, wait, hold on, I was using the tagline, you don't believe in God, but do you believe in good? And now I'm thinking I should update this to, you don't believe in God, but do you believe in yourself? Anyway, guys, see you later. Thank you. I really appreciate comments. Like, the last video I uploaded, it didn't have a title and nobody has watched it, and it's breaking my heart, guys. Like, seriously.